Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Anthropology 350 Health, Illness, and Healing course here at University of Maryland, University College. My name is Dr. Eileen McCabe-Moucher, and I am your professor this semester. I'm really honored to be here with you. This is one of my favorite topics, and I'm excited about beginning this 8-week journey with you here. I see that many of you have already taken a dive in and are introducing yourselves and engaging with one another on our class discussion board, which is fantastic. However, if you have not gotten started yet, don't panic. You want to remember that our class doesn't officially start until October 24th, 2016. I've created this short video just to help orient you to the class, review some of the highlights of the syllabus, go over some of my expectations of you in regard to the coursework and your engagement and participation. But most importantly, I wanted to reach out and let you know that your success as a student is very important to me. So if you have any questions or concerns over the course of the semester, I am definitely available and approachable, so I want you to feel free to reach out to me and let me know what's going on. Also, please feel free to give me a call by my first name, which is Eileen. So we're going to shift our attention and focus now, take some time to go over, review our syllabus. So the syllabus commences here with the faculty contact information. So here's my email address. This is the best way to get in contact with me. My email address, as you can see here, is eileen.mccabe-faculty.umuc.edu. So in particular, if this is your very first time taking an online course here at the University of Maryland, University College, please just take a moment to drop me a quick line, quick email, just to let me know that this is indeed your first time taking an online course. I just want to make sure that you feel supported and that you get connected to tech support or any other services that would help you get grounded and get you started off on a good foot here. So please take a moment to do that if you haven't already done so. So this particular course really provides an introduction to medical anthropology, and it has a really strong focus on observing, describing, and understanding human diversity in ideas, experiences, and behaviors regarding health and illness. So in terms of the class guidelines, again, I'm very available. I check my email several times each day. I typically respond to emails within usually 12 to 48 hours, and major assignments are usually graded anywhere between 2 to 5, anywhere up to 7 days after submission. So I want you to remember that I have time each day here dedicated to just assisting you Monday through Friday. So please don't hesitate to reach out to me if you need help with something or if you simply need clarification. So I encourage you, if you haven't already done so, to make sure that you take a walk through our classroom through Leo here. And this is an 8-week course, so you should expect to be spending at least 6 hours per week participating in class discussions and activities, and then anywhere from about 12 to 15 hours a week studying, doing the assigned readings, and preparing some of those longer written assignments outside of the class time. So you just want to remember that active participation is required in all of the online courses here, and you should really be expecting to log into your online course several times each week. So this table here that's on our screen now has all of your grading information here. Grade is comprised of 100% total. So 2% of your grade is comprised of that plagiarism tutorial, which is something that you'll complete during the first week of class, and you will be issued 2 full points or 2% of the grade if you submit that certificate of completion. 28% of your total course grade is derived from our discussion participation, which are weekly discussion board posts. 16% of your final grade is an assignment, which is an interview with a person who has experienced illness. 14% of your final grade comes from a literature review, just a standard research paper, which is really clearly explained here in the syllabus. And 40% of your final grade is derived from our applied final project, which includes a rapid ethnographic assessment, an intervention development, as well as an intervention evaluation plan, which is really carefully outlined and explained here in our syllabus. And I'm going to go over just a brief overview here during this online video class orientation. So I just wanted to make you aware of our late policy. Prompt work is expected at all times in this class and all the other classes that you take here at UMUC. And so for every 24-hour time period that an assignment is late, 10 points will be deducted from the grade, or 10% of the points available for that particular assignment. So the maximum deduction or late assignments is 50 points. That being said, if you are experiencing a medical emergency, some type of family crisis, if you or someone in your family is being deployed, please reach out to me. I want to be as flexible with you as I can be, still staying within the guidelines of the college, but I absolutely need you to reach out and let me know that you may be needing a couple days extension as soon as possible. So again, I'm here to help you be successful in the course, but if you're struggling with something or experiencing, a brief time limited emergency, I would definitely need you to reach out to me and let me know so that I can work with you on that. So now we're going to shift gears a bit and go over the project descriptions. So again, as I said earlier, that how to avoid plagiarism assignment is due during the first week of class. So you're going to go to the UMUC's Effective Writing Center webpage and take that self-help tutorial, How to Avoid Plagiarism. You're going to make sure that you post a copy of your certificate of completion in the assignments folder so you can receive full credit for the assignment, which is 2 points or 2% of your final grade. So again, another really important part of our online class is that online participation in our weekly discussion board posts. So right here is a nice description as well as a rubric in terms of what is expected from those weekly discussion board posts. So for each week you want to create your own post, but you also want to make sure that you're responding to at least 2 of your colleagues' posts prior to that Sunday 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time deadline so that you can receive the full points for that particular assignment. Now we're going to discuss our applied projects here. So the very first applied project is going to be due week 4 in our class. And this project is entitled An Interview with a Person Who Has Experienced an Illness. It's worth 16% of your final grade. And this project is really intended to give you field experience. So for this particular project, you're asked to interview a person who has experienced a serious illness. So this illness can be acute or it can be chronic, and examples include but are not limited to cancer, multiple sclerosis, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, lupus, fibromyalgia, as well as congestive heart failure. So I want to give you a lot of academic and creative freedom here. If you have any questions in regard to whether or not a specific diagnosis or illness would be appropriate to explore, please send me an email. I'm happy to help give you some guidance with that. So you want to remember that your questions should really reflect the issues and the concepts that we'll be discussing and reading about in class. So due to confidentiality, you want to not share your interviewee's name or any identifying information. And again, this particular project is going to be due in the middle of the semester, right at week 4. So if you read ahead further, there's some more in-depth requirements. This particular assignment should be submitted preferably in Microsoft Word, and should be anywhere from 6 to 8 pages in length, double-spaced with a 12-point font, and that doesn't include tables or a reference list. So the second written assignment, which is a literature review, more commonly known as a research paper, is going to be due week 6. So for this project, you're going to summarize cross-cultural research findings in anthropology journal articles on one health illness-related issue that's of interest to you. And then you're going to describe how the journal articles contribute to a cross-cultural understanding of the topic, and comparing and contrasting findings as appropriate. So, for example, perhaps you or someone in your household has a cold. You'd want to look for articles about colds or more broadly acute respiratory infections in different groups of people. Or perhaps you or someone in your household is a vegetarian or a vegan for health-related reasons. So you'd want to look for articles about veganism or more broadly about eating from a cross-cultural perspective, that is in different groups of people. So this does not mean only different ethnic groups. People in the same family with the same ethnic heritage may have different culturally constructed ideas about eating and health. So for this particular assignment, you want to use the UMUC library databases to find relevant journal articles on your topic. So I've listed some major anthropology journals here. You want to make sure that the articles that you choose are written from an anthropological perspective and that anthropology should be explicitly mentioned. So you want to be including a minimum of 5 references from anthropological journals. You're free to use or include more than 5, and you may use references from journals that are not on the above list. However, at least 5 of your references must be written from an anthropological perspective and published in at least one of the journals listed above. And again, these references should be cited within your paper in proper APA or AAA style. So again, there's some more detailed information here about this project. And if you have any questions about anything, I'm only an email away, so you can always reach out to me. So for the final project, which is actually going to be completed in 3 stages, that's going to be due on week 8. I want to first begin the discussion talking about privacy concerns about the final project. So this final project asks you to discuss your own and your household members' personal health and illness-related ideas, behaviors, concerns, as well as the personal environments in which you live. However, you should not disclose or discuss any information that you want to keep private. So these projects are really from my eyes only as your instructor, and they are not to be submitted in any public classroom areas. They're not going to be used for any purpose other than to assess your mastery of the material that we're covering in this course. The most important thing to remember is that you control the information that you include here. So again, there's going to be 3 stages, and in stage 1, you're going to conduct a rapid ethnographic assessment of the production of health in your own household using each of the 3 theoretical perspectives that anthropologists use to better explain and understand health and illness-related phenomenon. So you really want to make sure that you get started early with this one. You want to start your observations for this particular project as soon as the class begins. So project activities will include an inventory of health or illness-related products in the household, prescription medications, over-the-counter medications, medical devices, foods or supplements, a record of health-seeking behavior that's exhibited by household members, in addition to all of the other things here that I've listed. So in stage 2, you want to use what you've learned in stage 1 about your own household's production of health, as well as any readings or discussions to create an intervention to address this issue in your household. So this particular intervention may promote wellness, prevent disease, educate household members, or actually be intended to cure or alleviate suffering in some way. So this exercise is not for real unless you want it to be, and you can be creative as you like here. So for stage 3, the final stage, you're going to begin a plan to evaluate the intervention that you developed in stage 2. So this doesn't mean that you must actually implement your intervention, but you need to know what you want to accomplish and how you will actually know if you did. So I know that I've just given you lots of information here. So again, there's lots of coursework information here for you to review. So after you carefully review the information, please remember that I'm here if you have any questions or concerns, and I look forward to working with you here in our online course.